This is the morning sports desk for Friday, August 11th. All right, Corey.
Vikings that win this game.
Is that you weren't going to finish it?
No, much like the game, I will not finish the song. Did you watch?
I watched about the first half and then maybe a little into the third quarter and then went to bed.
Yeah, that was about my pace also. I remember halftime happening, and then I remember the opening kickoff, and then I was like, I haven't watched a consecutive minute of this ball game yet. I'm going to go to bed.
Yeah, I mean, preseason, as we talked about yesterday, it's a whole mix of like, oh, football is back. The Vikings are on my TV. This feels so great. And then 5 minutes in, you go, I have no idea who any of these people are.
I barely knew the starters. There were a lot of guys. I'm like, who's that guy? I haven't seen. I mean, even, and we'll talk more about him, but like Ty Chandler, like, oh yeah, I forgot about that guy. Cool. Cool. Look at him go. Neat. This is fun.
Look at Nick Muse, moss a guy for a touchdown.
Oh yeah, I've been calling him since last night Matt Asiata because
the former running back.
Yeah, I think they're different numbers. Even wasn't that guy number 34?
Matt Asiata
was 44. But I don't know. I just saw this guy go up and moss a Seattle defender. I was like, Matt Asiata, go, man. That was cool.
Hey, when Matt Asiata does score, he doesn't score touchdowns very often, but when he does, it's 3 in a game.
That's right. Right. I got purple pride. That's why I call him Matt Asiata, because never forget. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sure.
Honor the past.
Honor the past.
Preserve the past by honoring the present.
Yeah.
See, hashtag Matt Asiata for life.
See, you laugh, but they're going to hang like signs of that in the Vikings weight room now for the rest of the season.
Honor the past?
Yeah, honor the past, preserve the present, whatever it is.
Preserve the past by honoring the present.
Yeah, with like a Vikings logo on it, and there's like a shield in the background. I think we got some here. So here's the thing. We talked yesterday, Corey, about the way to watch preseason football, because it doesn't matter. As we talked about, the starters didn't even play. Kirk Cousins was out there. He had the pants and the jersey on. He actually had the helmet on, like fully strapped up and on.
Yep.
I don't know why he did that. I don't know if it's so he could hear the plays being called, but he could just do that with a normal like headset.
Just wear a headset, right?
Yeah, I don't.
I think because now I'm gonna take I'm off of Netflix's quarterback. I'm on the Kirk Cousins high right now.
Yep.
None of my opinions of his playing ability have changed, but because I now feel like I have a better insight as to who Kirk Cousins is, it's because he's a good leader. You know what? I'm the quarterback of this ball club. We have a game. I'm going to show everyone that I'm ready and I'm taking this seriously. And everyone knows I'm not going to play, so I won't throw the shoulder pads on. But if push comes to shove, I'm ready to go because I'm your guy. It's super corny, CJ, but as we've learned, that's who he is, so I'm totally okay with it.
Kirk Cousins looked like that kid that everybody knew in high school that was always injured, but he still wanted to be a part of the team. He still wanted to get all the credit of being on the football team without actually playing. Yes. So, like on game day, he's wearing blue jeans and his jersey, but he's got the helmet on just to show he's still one of the boys.
Wanted to be there. That's where all my friends are. I just want to be out. I respect that.
Yeah, sure. So again, you got to watch preseason football a little bit differently than you watch regular season football. Yep. But that being said, it's still NFL. We still need to have our hashtag takes, and we still need to be ready. Yeah. So
there's discourse today about the Vikings.
Yeah, there was a guy I saw on Twitter. He said Connell needs to be fired after not going for it on that 4th and goal. And Connell, not O'Connell, like his last name. It's like when there's a lot of Vikings fans that call Zimmerman. Oh, yeah. Like you'll hear it. Like it's not like a big deal, but
is it just purposely disrespectful, or did they not know? That's what I want to know. Is it tongue in cheek? I'm getting his name wrong because I'm going to bash him here.
It's like when Kirk Cousins, who was the starter of the Washington Redskins for like 6 years, got called Kurt by the team's president all the time. Right. It's like, do you just not care, or are you just doing that on purpose? Because either way, it's not good.
It is a very hilarious, like, dig and disrespectful thing you can do to somebody. I just, like, imagine if I just started calling you PJ.
Oh, when I worked at the TV station in Duluth, the anchor called me BJ for a very long time.
Yes, just like, do you not care enough to know my name, or did you care just enough to almost, when Wanda worked here, Daryl would come up the stairs every single morning and say, "Good morning, Rhonda." He would call her Rhonda. I'm not joking. Every single day for 2 decades that they worked together, he'd say, "Good morning, Rhonda." And I remember looking at her one time, and she looked at me like, I put up with this for 20 years. If he says it one more time, he's never going to work here. It drove her nuts, but then she would call him like Donald or something. It was hilarious little bit these two had with each other. I don't know.
Great. So we got a bit here for this.
Yes.
It's called People Are Saying It. Now, we're not necessarily saying it, but we're not necessarily not saying it either. Yes. So this is our chance to kind of put our toe in the water of a take that we kind of want to be true, but we're not ready to fully jump into the deep end of the pool on. So, there's not much substance behind it because it's still early. It's like we talked about, it's preseason. Yeah. It doesn't really matter, but it's out there. Yeah.
People are saying it.
People are saying it. How many people? Who's the people? I can't tell you that, but people are saying it. People. I know the people.
Yes.
So, Corey, what are people saying after the Vikings' first preseason game?
People are saying that Ty Chandler is an automatic lock as the number 2 running back, and could potentially be very, very important for this Vikings team going forward. People are even saying that by the end of the season, is he the actual starter on this club?
Ooh, people are saying it.
I would also I do want to add one little asterisk to this, if I may. I'm one of those people. I watched the first 2 series fairly intently.
He's a slippery little guy.
He is a slippery little guy. I was like, this is fun to watch. And I think the text I sent to you last night was, I'm ready for the Ty Chandler anointing.
Yes, you did use the word anointing. Like Samuel the prophet himself will pour oil on him and anoint him king of Israel. Yes.
To be fair, I also predicted Trevor Larnach would be the guy for the Twins this year, and as of right now, I'm pretty wrong on that one.
He's a St. Paul Saints legend, at least.
So I'm not above making these sorts of predictions. I don't think the Vikings are going to miss. This is a better way to say it. I don't think the Vikings are going to miss Dalvin Cook as much as I personally am going to.
Sure.
Because I really like Dalvin. So that's the first one. What do you think? Is he a guy?
Yeah, I think if you weren't going to take it, I was going to, because Ty Chandler is going, like, I'm with you on that one. People are saying it, and including us.
It's a good name. It's I can totally see a headline that says Chandler scores 3 to lead the Vikes. You know what I mean? Like, that sounds like
Matt Asiata, if you will.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah. All right. People are saying Ed Ingram will be cut from the team before week 1, the starting right guard.
Yeah.
People are saying it. He looked horrible against the twos yesterday, and multiple times kind of spun his head around, like, where'd the guy who was supposed to be blocking go? Where is he? So people are saying it. Ed Ingram will be cut before week 1. Who the Vikings replace him with doesn't really matter. Can't be much worse than Ed Ingram, who's one of the worst guards in football last year.
Okay, so that is an important distinction on this. People are saying it, and yes, it's only after 1 preseason game, but that guy's played more than 1 preseason game in his career.
Yeah, it's not like he's a rookie and you're like, oh, that was a rough first time, he must suck.
Yeah.
No, we have a whole season to be like, he stinks, and it doesn't look like he got any better.
Yeah.
So there you go. What else are people saying, Corey?
Oh, CJ. People are saying it. Man, how lucky are the Vikings to have this coaching staff and just leadership in place that they do.
Okay.
The trajectory of this franchise with that leadership and that coaching staff.
You mean
in place,
Kwesi as the GM? Do you mean O'Connell as head coach?
It means the coordinator? Yes, all of it. By the way, how jacked did KOC look? I was like, that guy, I forget that he's like 6'5" with the laser rocket arm.
Yeah, he used to be a quarterback.
Huge man. And yeah, he popped up on screen. I was like, oh, KOC looking a little extra jacked in season number 2. I'm ready for this. Again, it's one preseason game, but now we're in season 2 of all of this happening together. I actually don't hate that take. It does still feel very fresh and got that new car smell to it.
Yeah.
I'm on board with that take, but when they start the season 0-6, I'm ready to jump off that bandwagon.
Things can change. Corey, people are saying Jordan Addison will fill Adam Thielen's production in the red zone this season. Not necessarily that Jordan Addison is going to have a bunch of 100-yard games or games with 8 catches, but he might have a game where he's got 2 catches for 20 yards, and one of them happens to be an 8-yard touchdown pass where he has some toe drag swag in the end zone. He made a great catch that wasn't ruled a catch that O'Connell didn't challenge, but who cares? It's preseason. Jordan Addison, he's really shifty. He's really good with his footwork, and that was kind of the thing about him heading into the draft, and it seems like that's true throughout training camp and now throughout the first preseason game. So will he, be putting up Justin Jefferson numbers? No, but can he at least fill that role Adam Thielen had, which is when you get into the red zone and if I loft you a ball that only you can catch, can you come down with it and drag your feet in the end zone? Jordan Addison will.
I'm totally on board with that. I have no reason to not think that guy can't be a very nice receiver for the Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
We actually talked about this off the air a little bit the other day. He was returning punts in practice, and here's the truth about if you're a punt returner.
Yeah.
If you are a punt returner, you're not one of the first 2 options on offense.
No.
That is not a disrespectful thing either. It means that the reality is he's probably the 4th option coming into this season for the Vikings, behind JJ, behind Hawk, behind KJ, and then Addison.
Yeah.
The reason why that's a good thing is if he's your 4th option, your offense should be pretty tough.
Yeah. You're sitting pretty good. If the first round draft pick you have is your 4th option, not necessarily because he's played that way, but by default because everybody else is so much better. Yeah, it's a good problem to have. Corey,
I have one more.
All right, unload it on me.
This is taken directly from my college roommate text thread.
Okay.
So people are actually saying it.
People are saying it. Not a lot of people, but people.
Ivan Pace is the next great Minnesota linebacker.
Ooh, so define great, like 10-year career, like just has like 1 to 2 years of high.
Eric Kendricks, Jack Del Rio, Ed McDaniel.
Sure.
Great. He will go. That's, I think, the definition of great in this particular
the undrafted
situation.
Rookie free agent.
Yep.
Yeah, he's been impressing.
Don't ask me what number he is or what he looks like. I have no. Cool.
His highlight yesterday was he blew up a pulling guard on a play, like just straight up smacked the guy.
Love it. Welcome to Minnesota, buddy. I can't wait till you're in the Ring of Honor in 20 years. It's going to be the best.
People are saying it.
People are saying it.
Hey, Corey, fall sports start on Monday too. Did you know
Hallelujah. that? Oh yeah, this is the time of year where I'm thinking like, oh, am I going to puke at practice on Monday? I've done nothing.
Fall sports.
I got to go.
Fall sports are a lot of fun. They're starting up this week, or over the weekend is when things will kind of get going, and Monday is the first full day. I know there are some football teams that have gotten going because of a 0 week, like Bertha Hewitt has had football practice this week. But for generally every school will have their football and volleyball practices beginning on Monday. And for me, when I was in high school, it was always kind of that summer, it still has like 3 more weeks left. But at the end of the day, like summer's over once this starts because you're committed, you're into it, you're referenced as the grade you're going into now. Like it's all that kind of stuff put together. And that's the fun of fall sports starting up again, and we'll talk a little bit more about it on Monday, but good to see that starting up again as we look forward to covering all of these football and volleyball teams across central Minnesota like we do every year. Our salespeople have been hard at work getting it ready to go for our high school sports package, and we're getting ready to go. In the end of the month, we'll have high school sports on the air, which is always fun to have. Speaking of not fun, the Minnesota Twins lost 3 of 4 to Detroit. Kenta Maeda once again pitched really well. 6 innings, only 1 earned run. The bullpen kind of let things unravel a little bit as they gave up a couple extra runs, but the Twins got shut out for the second time in 3 days. And look, I can't sit here and tell you I'm shocked that the Twins, after winning 5 games in a row, or whatever it was, 4 games, 5 games in a row, I can't tell you I'm shocked that they lost 3 in a row. That's who the Twins have been all season. So also by the Twins' logic, they lost 3 out of 4 to a bad Detroit team, and they will now win 2 of 3 against a good Philadelphia team this weekend. I didn't make up the rules. That's just where they're at. Twins have a 3.5 game lead in the AL Central, and they have like a 90% chance to win the division. So we'll roll with it. Skol Twins, skol. This has been the Morning Sports Desk for Friday, August 11th. 7:33 on KWAD. We have M&N News right now.
Minnesota News Network. I'm Brent Palm. The latest crackdown on